Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
And good evening, everybody. It's lovely to see you all tonight. Welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. Welcome, everybody watching. My name is Sam Pirt, Sam Pirt Psychic Medium. And this evening, we've got a lovely evening ahead of us. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be doing a reading of rock readings that are all in this bag. So as well as being a medium, I also read tarot cards, oracle cards, rocks, leaves, feathers, a whole range of various things. But tonight, we're going to be using rocks. So these aren't ruined stones. Just to be clear about that, they are simply rocks that I gathered for the purpose of reading off a lovely beach in East Yorkshire. You can see, oops, sorry, there we go. Just lovely rocks, just show you some. So really looking forward to the evening tonight. And as I say, yeah, going to be doing lots of different readings for people. I'll be using various amounts of rocks for readings as well, whatever I'm drawn to draw from the bag. And this is the bag of rocks, everybody. So first of all, I want to wish Pamela Roger get well as well. Send her lots of love and healing from all of us at SPTV. And I know everyone in the chat will also send her lots of love and healing as well. Our lovely Pamela Roger, who's a regular watcher and also takes part in various broadcasts as well. So sending her lots of love and healing. And also to anyone else who needs a bit of love and healing tonight as well, let's send that love and healing out to everyone else who's needing a bit of upliftment as well tonight. So should we say some hellos, Richard? I've got Richard in my ear, everybody, directing the show. So I'm keeping him awake, I think, tonight, everybody. Should we say some hellos? Okay, hiya, Natalie Bentley, welcome. Hiya, Kaylee, welcome as well. Yeah, slightly different evening this evening. Emma Wood, welcome as well. And hiya, Cheryl, nice for you to join us. Good to see you. Nicola Humphreys, welcome. And Diane Burston, welcome. And Daniel Hernandez, well, good evening. Hiya, Allison Barton. Love to see some regular faces and some new people. Hiya, Gail Amos as well, welcome. Krish Pillay, welcome. Star Redwig, lovely name, welcome. Jennifer Glover, good evening. And Michelle Haywood, welcome as well. Hazel Harrison, good evening. And Cheryl, welcome. Oliver Louise Thunwood, welcome. And Kimbo, welcome. And Christiana Norberto, good evening. Yeah, lovely for everyone to join us. So as I say, let me just explain one more time. I'm going to be giving rock readings tonight. So not ruin readings, these are rock readings. And they are just simply rocks, nothing complicated about it. Just regular, I'll get used to holding it to the camera so you can see it. But regular rocks, they are. And these were gathered off an East Yorkshire beach for the purpose of reading. with that intention, and that's what I've been using them for. And there's also a few other various crystal stones in here as well that have found their way in the bag that have needed to be drawn. So when I do these readings, I'm working on lots of different levels. I'm working with spirit, my guides, as well as just connecting to you as well. So I'm doing it's working on many different levels, these readings. And I tend to find that whatever people are needing to know tend to come out in these readings. So so also the way we're going to select it this evening is, just so you know, I can't see anybody's comments. So I'm sure you're all talking about food and takeaways and all that stuff, but I can't see any of that. So it doesn't distract me a bit. But it also means that I can't see anyone really who's in and where you all are in that chat. And what I'll be doing is I'll be giving Richard some numbers, and he has different screens of the chat, and then he'll be counting down the screen to whatever number I say, and that'll be the person whose reading it is. So really, essentially, those numbers I'll be guided to say a number. So essentially, it is spirit guiding me to people tonight, because I don't really know who I'm coming to, if you like. It's spirit that almost like guides me to that person through me saying a number, if that makes sense, everybody. So thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you all have a lovely evening. So what is our maximum number on screen we can choose from, Richard? Yeah, so numbers are going to be between 1 and 40 this evening, and we get 22 a page. And obviously, the more, when you keep commenting, you will get onto those pages. And then, yeah, we'll just see where we go tonight. Okay, everybody. So please be patient. We'll try and get through as many readings as we can, and try and give as many of you that advice and support from spirit, you know, and help and love and healing from spirit, you know. Okay, so we'll go for number 7 first of all. Jade, welcome. Nice. It's your first time. Welcome. Wow, first reading and first time. Wow. Okay, so I'm actually guided for 2 rocks with you. Okay, so so first of all, the first rock I have for you is this, which is actually a lovely smooth rock, but you'll see I'm drawn to this line going down the middle of the rock. So what I'm feeling with this, Jade, is I feel that there's something around you at the moment where you're feeling sort of slightly like you should move over to one side, almost like you feel like you should maybe agree with someone, because I'm seeing one side of the rock having a bit of a colour and one side of the rock not having some colour. And I'm feeling that that's telling me you're almost feeling like you should be moving over to one side to agree with someone. But I think it's almost feeling you in the same breath, it's also making you feel a little bit divided about it. I do actually feel, Jade, that you must be quite a calm person, because both of these rocks are very pale and white, which I'm definitely feeling a sense of like that's about that calmness. So I think this is to do with your spirituality, that you've found a lot of that calmness, possibly doing some meditation or something. But I'm feeling that almost, I wonder whether you're putting too much pressure on yourself with like your meditation or with your spiritual practice. You're expecting it should just be like perfect all the time. And I need to say to you, don't worry about those little bumps along the way, because it's these bumps along the way that we really learn. So that's recognized by the little dots on this stone. So you see those little white dots? They're representing those little bumps along the way on your spiritual path that you're doing. So don't see them as a distraction to your spirituality. See them as a learning opportunity within your spiritual path and within your journey. And continue to enjoy it and enjoy the peace that your spiritual journey is giving you as well. I definitely need to say that. So I hope that helps you, Jade. Do feedback and let us know about the reading. And thank you so, so much. And yeah, I'll leave that with love and light. Okay, so we'll go for number 15. Okay, I can tell you it's a lot easier to shuffle stones than it is cards. So, Amy Andrews, we're just waiting for you to pop up. Amy Andrews, then let me get you your rocks. So I'm definitely drawn to, I've got 3 rocks out for you, okay? So first of all, when I look at these rocks, I need to come to this rock first of all. So you'll see this rock has 2 lines about it. And I feel this, what this is telling me, I feel there's something to do with like following the straight and narrow almost, coming out from this. Whether I think this is to do with I want to go back with this rock into your like childhood more. And I feel that in your childhood, you were more taught to follow that straight and narrow, you know, but it never really fitted you. And I don't feel you ever really, that straight and narrow didn't fit you. I need to say as well, you seem like quite a grounded person as well. With that's not a negative colour, that darkness. That's, I feel, is representing a bit of groundedness that you have. But I'm definitely feeling this, like almost like feeling restricted when you were younger. When this straight and narrow is a sense of like you were kind of like put in this place. And I think, interestingly, the next rock I'm drawn to is this. So this looks like it's almost shattered. So I feel whether or not this was like a response to that upbringing that was very much along the straight and narrow, closed-minded almost a little bit. And then suddenly, as you've grown up, you've almost started to look into spirituality and open up spiritually. And that's almost like shattered this like world that you thought that you were told was there, and you're realizing that there's a lot more to things. And almost like this represents like how it was shattered. I'm also seeing a tree on this side. Can you see a tree there? I'm seeing that as a tree and growth. So I feel that there must have been something, I feel, that went on that almost opened up your spiritual path. I feel it might not have been an easy situation to deal with. And to some degree, maybe your world did actually shatter, I need to say. But I feel that we're going back there with that, and we're not. And right now we have this rock, which is quite a beautiful, again, calm colour. So I feel we've come a long way in our spiritual development with you, Amy, and from where we've come from. And I'm getting a great sense of you getting into the flow. So I think the reason why I'm getting the flow from is I'm seeing these lines going around this rock. Can you see that, everyone? And I'm feeling that like almost like a whirlwind, but in a good way. It feels like the energy around you is lifting and the energy around you is increasing. So I feel there's a definite sense of your development really opening and flowing right now. I don't feel it would be able to flow as much as it is had it not been for all of the past. Okay, so we must never ever look on our past with regret. We wouldn't be who we are right now today were it not for our past. So we can grow from that and we can develop from that. And I think you recognise that. So that's your 3 rocks there. So I'll leave that with love and light, and I do hope that helps you, Amy. Okay, so we're going to go for another reading. So we'll go for number 32. Ah, excellent. Natalie Bentley. By all means, do feedback about your readings, everybody. But there's no pressure to. Obviously, we understand it's a public forum, but do let us know. Okay, Natalie. So for you. Okay, so for you, Natalie, wow, interesting rocks. So we've got this lovely rock here, look. That's a square one, and then we have this here as well. Okay, so as I look at this, I do need to say I feel you're artistic, Natalie. The reason why I'm saying this is I feel this is a picture, or there must be some connection to a picture around you of importance. And I'm saying I do feel it's a picture of flowers. I'm just seeing a picture of flowers, so I just need to give you that. I am drawn to the blue being almost like the petals of the flowers. So whether or not there's a significance to like bluebells or something like this, my knowledge of flowers isn't great. That's Francesco's area. But I do feel I'm seeing this picture of flowers. So I need to give you that from spirit. I feel there's a connection to a loved one, that you might have seen this picture behind them almost when you were speaking to them, I need to say. I'm just drawn to this, it feels like it's like a summer's day in this picture as well. So I'm drawn to like sunshine in this picture and it being a nice light airy picture. And yeah, I need to leave that with you. I feel this is a message from a loved one in spirit connecting to you that you will connect this picture to. And I just want to surround you with some of those flowers as well. I'm getting a sense of wanting to give you some flowers as well. And okay, so you've done a lot of gardening this year, so there's connection to the gardening coming through. I just feel, I will still leave that picture with you though. You may remember it after the reading, but I need to leave that with you. I also feel as well with this rock that I'm seeing, I'm just aware of just wanting to give you lots of flowers. So there's this connection to flowers coming through really strongly. And you have already said you've done a lot of gardening this year. So also I feel as well, this rock here is a beautiful, like calm colour, but I feel it has like a darker inside to it. Now I feel this kind of represents you more right now. I feel you are genuinely quite calm, but I do feel that there's a sense of there's something that happened in the past that created this like darkness in there, if you know what I mean. And that's just representing some past hurt, I feel, or something inside this rock. And I think you've held that with you. And I don't think that's anything bad in a way. It's just really recognizing it, this rock, if you like. And I feel that also it's recognizing on the back of this rock, you'll see some little holes. And that's just almost recognizing where recently, and there's just been a few things that have almost like prodded you recently that have just made you a little bit uncomfortable. And I think that's what that is talking about. But I need to say that I am drawn to the beautiful whiteness of the outside of this rock. And I feel that is very much like where you've got yourself to now. Even though you've had these few prods, you are a beautiful, loving person. You give a lot of light off and you light up the world for a lot of people. And I think there's a lot of people that think a lot of you as well. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and you take care. Well, I'm getting warm. So we'll go for another number now. We'll go for number 29. Okay, you do hold on. Okay. That's okay, Natalie. You take care. Ah, Terry, excellent. Okay, so Terry. Okay, so we have some beautiful rocks for you. I've drawn 3 here. So what I want to go for first is I need to go for, I feel that they're connected. So I'm going to go, all right, yeah, just switch off for now. Yeah, just switch off for now, that's okay. Yeah, I know, I'll be right, I'll be okay. So let me go for this rock for you first, Terry. In fact, actually, I'm going to come to these first, sorry, I'm going to change. So first of all, I'm actually seeing this as like, when I was actually got this out of the bag, I was very much aware of this being like lifting people up, this almost being like a spade, if you like. It's a very strange little rock. Is this interesting sort of shape? It's got like a little, almost like little concave bit at the very end. And I'm wanting to almost like, it's feeling like the first thing that's coming to mind is like lifting things up, and so I get a sense of you like working very hard, because it's like a spade, like working hard, and almost like with that spade thing is also like coming for not just you, it's working hard for others, but also this is connecting as well. So I'm seeing this as an elderly lady's finger as well. So I think there's a connection to an elderly lady in spirit around you. And I don't even know she would have had quite frail hands with very thin, almost skin on it. But I'm almost seeing that as like a finger of this lady. And I feel there's around this finger, I'm feeling like a hand almost holding yours and being given from spirit. So I feel there's a connection to a lady in spirit who would have held your hands, who had quite almost bony fingers, so would have reached a good age. But she had a lot of love for you. And there was this, I'm just feeling, I want to hold your hand as if her hand, like this, okay? As if her hand went over yours. And you would have seen her finger. I need to give you that. Also as well, I feel that your life can be a little bit like a whirlwind, because I'm seeing this one as a whirlwind again, as like rushing energy around. But I feel this is to do with like things you have to do. You have to very much like, you've got a lot of things on your plate. You're doing a lot. And I need to say your life is like a bit of a whirlwind, in the sense of like, you definitely are doing lots and lots of things. It's just recognizing that, you know. You do have a couple of elderly ladies in spirit. Okay, it sounds like your grandma. That's beautiful. I just need to give you that memory of this lady holding your hand like that. So do take that as your grandma if it's feeling like that is her. So yeah, you definitely. This is, I think, the reason why this rock coming out, Terry, is this is a little kind of like, it's great to be doing so many things, but just don't burn the candle at two ends, okay? The reason why is that the third rock is this, and I feel that almost like this rock is where we're aiming for, in the sense of like calm and peaceful and rounded edges, very calm, beautiful colour. And I feel that I don't know whether you think you aren't able to get to such a point of calm, but I'm almost need to tell you that you are able to do that. But I think what it's about is it's about the balance of doing those things, but in a balanced way. So we try and keep the balance right. It's so difficult though. It's one of the hardest things to keep the balance right, because especially when you love something, you get enthusiastic about it and you get carried away by it. And that's beautiful to have that feeling of joy and enjoyment from it. But it's about also maintaining that balance a bit as well. You know, it's the most difficult thing ever. So I will leave that with love and light, and I do hope that helps you, Terry. And thank you for everything you do as well. Hiya, Polly, how you doing? Nice to see you watching. Okay, so we'll pick another number. We'll go for number 9. Krish, welcome. Nice to see you here. So let me give you get some rocks. Okay. So for you, Chris, we've got a few rocks here. So we got these ones. And that one as well. Okay, so for you, I feel there's something, there must be something around you to do with two choices. There's like feeling like very much like two choices around you at the moment, Krish. There's a few things telling me that. First of all, this rock, the 2 lines on it, but also these rocks to me look like like the inverted ones of each other. So you have one like dark with white, and then you have one white with dark. So to me, it's like they're almost like inverted for each other. So I'm feeling that this is almost like two choices that you have to make. And also, interestingly, one of the lines here is thicker than the other on this rock here, you see. So I feel there's definitely in these choices, there is one that is harder to do than the other. If in these two choices, there's almost like if you follow one route, it's going to be a bit easier than the other route. But I need to say, I'm feeling like, interestingly, as I lay these rocks down on the table, I've actually laid them down like that, everyone. And you'll see that the dark rock is on the thicker line and the lighter rock is on the thinner line. And I'm feeling what I need to say about that is that it's feeling like sometimes the decision we have to take isn't necessarily the easiest decision, but it's the right decision for us. So even though on paper it might not be the easiest decision, for you in your heart, that is the right decision, you know? And so this is telling me that because the dark rock, I feel, is linking to the harder decision, I'm feeling that because the lighter is almost a lighter decision, so we have the heavier decision and the lighter decision. And so for me, although you have two choices, I feel that sometimes the choice you have to take isn't necessarily the easiest on paper, but if it's the right one in your heart, then you need to follow that and have no regrets because you've followed your heart, you've followed intuition, and you've followed spirit. And so there's nothing to regret with that, you know? And I hope that helps you. And I'm going to leave that with love and light. And you take care, Chris, okay? So thank you for that as well. Thank you for that feedback. So what's very interesting with the rocks is you can see that we get very different angles on things each time, even though we get the same rocks out. Just like the cards read very differently each time. It just depends on what the person needs to hear, you know, from things, you know. Okay then, so we'll go for another number. I would have a drink of my orange. I've got my orange, everybody. Okay, we'll go for number 40. Yeah, 40 of it. Sheila, welcome. Lovely for you to join us. So, rock readings tonight, everybody. Okay. Wow, some beautiful rocks here. Okay. So first of all, I need to say about you, Sheila, I'm definitely feeling a creative edge to you because I'm seeing this rock here, which is actually a type of crystal here, actually. I think you must be connected to crystals as well, because out of I've got 3 rocks out and 2 of them are crystals. So most of the rocks in here are just standard rocks, but there are a few crystals and you've got 2 of them. So that's saying something to me, first of all. I feel there's a connection to the love of crystals around you, and the energy that they bring. You know, I think there's definitely a connection. I also need to say about creativity, and I don't know as well. I'm for some reason I'm getting the Greek islands as well. Is coming forward, so I don't know whether there's a connection to wanting to go on holiday to somewhere like the Greek islands, or even actually a direct connection to the Greek islands. But I just had Greek islands given to me then, and I'm obviously seeing these little green areas on this as like the Greek islands, if you like, you know. So I will leave that with you as well. Maybe a connection to a holiday coming up, or you've been thinking about booking one to somewhere beautiful and hot like Greece. I feel that in the past there has been things that have broken you apart and really been difficult to deal with, because that's represented in this rock here. Do you see that almost like a split in the middle of it, like a crack? It's been cracked open, you know. But also I need to say, as I'm looking at this as well, I do need to say there's like a connection to what feels like new life. So I don't know whether you've had children in the past or even someone around you is having some children now. but I feel there's a connection to new life because I'm seeing that as like an egg almost, and it's feeling like maybe someone around you or you've had children in the past, something like that is coming forward there. I do feel that that's helped give you a grounding though to your spirituality, but also I feel this is a beautiful stone coming up because I think you're most definitely not on your own. I do see this as like an angel's wing. This do you see that? And so I definitely need to say there's angels around you. I'm also seeing it as a massive smile as well. So I'm seeing you as being a very smiley person as well, and having a wish to uplift people with your spirituality and just to lift people when you're around them, you know. But I do feel there's a connection to angels around you as well. If you've not already been told that already, I do feel there are angels around you and helping you and guiding you, protecting you. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and I do hope that helps you, and take care there, okay? With lots of love and light. That's okay. Thank you, Sheila. Right, we'll go to number 22. Lina, welcome, Lina. Nice of you to join us. Okay, Lina, let me get you some looks. Okay then, Lina, so what we have to begin with is I feel you've been finding things pretty tough actually. First of all, I need to say there's this mix of, I'm seeing this as a little bit like this stone here. It looks a little bit like a storm almost, a little bit. Do you see that? So I'm feeling that you've got a lot of, I don't feel you're settled at the moment. I'm feeling a sense of like moving emotions going around. I almost need to say that this is represented by like these two colours on there, well, actually three colours on there. Do you see? So I feel like it feels like there's maybe something around you that you can't quite settle on. You're almost going over there, then suddenly you're going over there. And then when you think you might be there, you're going over here. I get this sense of like not quite knowing where you're going with things, I feel, you know. I feel that sort of not knowing has also unsettled you, and you feel like you are kind of like in the middle of a storm, so I don't know where to turn. What I feel, this interestingly, the answer I feel, well, something to certainly help you, I feel is in this little stone here. And so I think this stone is so important for you. First of all, the colour is a dark grounding colour. So I think it's really important for you, Lina, to ground yourself, to get those feet flat on the floor, to connect to the earth, to go walking in the woods, to connect to trees or anything like that can just ground you, almost like bring you back down to earth in that sense, and connect you to nature and everything. But then I also need to say it's significant that this is quite a small stone as well, because I feel you may be trying to take too big a steps as well. So I feel you need to just take small steps, and that's why this stone is small. You just need to take small steps, not rush things. And then when you take small steps, you'll find that the storm may well just start to disappear a bit, because rather than trying to make big decisions and big steps all at once and then not knowing where to turn, just go steady and take more time. Smaller steps is what you need, I feel. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and I do hope that helps you, Lina, okay? Okay, yeah, just one more little explanation with the numbers, everybody. So I can't see any comments this evening other than the ones that I'm giving, the people that I'm giving the reading for. So what happens is that Richard has screens with all the comments on, and on each screen there is 20 comments. And so what I do, I give Richard a number between 1 and 40, and he tells me who that person is on that particular number, if that makes sense. So I really can't see who I'm going to be giving the reading for next. I'm just guided to a number to say, and then that is who the reading's for. Also as well, I'm not using ruins tonight. I am just using rocks, just standard beach rocks from the beach in East Yorkshire that I got for the purpose of reading, and a few crystals as well, yeah, that were also put in the bag with the intention of reading. So everything is in this bag, is selected with the intention of giving a reading from it, if you like. So and then then we just leave it to spirit and my guides, and I give you what I get, just like when I do my mediumship. So yeah, that's how it works, everybody. You can read everything. Everything is potentially an oracle, and so yeah, this is the beauty of reading rocks, because I think we undermine rocks because as though it's just a rock, but it's not a rock. It's a beautiful piece of stone, and we should give them more credit. More power to rocks. That's what I say. After all, they rock, don't they? Sorry, I'm going off on one. Right, let's have a number 17. I'm drawn to say 17. Oh wow, because it was Lina Hawkins that I just gave a reading to as well. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Yeah. 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 So Ellie Hawkins, welcome. So obviously I had no idea that you were at the number 17 comment, but welcome. Good evening. You're very welcome to join us. I'll get you a rock reading too. Okay. So for you, Ellie, now interestingly, there's almost like a mirrored pattern in these two rocks. You see these like circles almost going in the rocks there. Can you see that? This is a bit of a crystal, this one actually too. So I feel there's a sense of layers here. I feel I'm getting a strong sense of layers, particularly when you look at this rock here. It really does look like one of those maps that shows you the height of hills on it and all that. I'm definitely sensing layers here. So I feel that what I feel about you, Ellie, is I feel it's important for you to almost like unpeel those layers, and don't be afraid to unpeel those layers and find the real you. I think this is very much about a bit of self-acceptance here, and a bit of like loving you for who you really are, okay? And I feel that I need to say to you, don't be afraid to peel away those layers, because you are a beautiful person. You have the essence of that love and light of spirit, and you have a beautiful heart. I think you're a very kind person. I think you're a generous person, but I just don't think sometimes you're like looking at yourself in the mirror. And I'm saying to don't be afraid of that, even though sometimes it can be difficult. It's incredibly healing to realize that you are this beautiful being, you know, to understand that these things that you think are your flaws are in fact the things that make you beautiful, the things that make you you. And so it's about having pride in that. It's about having pride in who you are and not being afraid to take down those layers. I feel that this one's come out. I feel that again, this rock is representing again a bit of hurt that you've gone through in the past, and I think maybe that hurt is something that's made you maybe afraid to peel back those layers. But again, don't be worried by the fact that you were hurt in the past. That's helped you grow into who you are now. So do not regret that. Let that go. If anything, you need to let that go, because again, on the outside of this rock is a beautiful, lovely, white, shining colour that I get the sense of radiating light, and I do feel that you are that lovely sort of person that radiates that light. So it's just really saying continue your development, But sometimes when we develop spiritually, it's not about developing externally, it's about developing internally. And I feel like that's the real true message for you, Ellie, okay? It's about developing internally. And by developing internally, you actually develop on many, many levels and many layers, going back to the very start of this, going back all those layers. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and you take care, Ellie, okay? I'm actually okay, I've got a towel here, I'll be right. But if I really need to, I'll put the fan on. Okay then, so I'm just have a drink of my orange. That's incredible, we got two sisters just then, straight after the other, because I can't see the comments, everybody. So it's really remarkable. I suppose that shows you how, when you're guided with the spirit, these things happen, you know. And there's no such thing as coincidence. So we'll go for number one. Yeah, number one, yeah. Christine, good evening, welcome. Okay, so let me get you some rocks, Christine. Okay, wow, interesting. Yeah, we've got one. This rock's featuring a bit tonight. Interesting. So first of all, we have this rock that's come out. We also have this. We've got two crystals that's come out for you, Christine. So I think you must like crystals as well. There's a connection to crystals with you. And this is a lapis lazuli, like marble almost, but it's a piece of lapis lazuli. So what I get a sense of with this, Christine, is that first of all, I need to come to this one first. So I'm definitely seeing this as a bit like a hill. And I feel that this represents, I'm going back with this. I feel that there's been some connection in, or something in your past, I feel, where you have felt you've been like climbing a hill, almost like you felt like you're rock climbing. So they've definitely been given some challenges in the past. But I feel definitely just a sense of you being a strong person, actually. Oh, you do love crystals. There we go. Yeah. So I do definitely feel you, Christine. You are a strong person there, because I feel that you have overcome these difficulties. And I feel that you're actually getting back from those things, like almost bucket loads of blessings and bucket loads of development, because you had this tough journey. And we're going back a bit with that, you know. I'm also as well, I'm feeling this, to me, this sphere of lapis lazuli is definitely about movement with you. So I feel there's a great sense of movement and progression with you. And I feel that almost like, I actually almost saw this like ball rolling down the mountain. So I get a sense of like, almost like there's so much movement with your development. And I think you've been aware of that, but it's almost going too fast almost, that you aren't quite sure almost where you are with it, because it seems to be developing really fast. And I think just let it just go at whatever speed it wants to go, you know, and just enjoy it, I would say, definitely about that, Christine, you know. I definitely get a sense of movement with you anyway. There's definitely this movement coming forward as well. So I think that's relevant to you as well. And also as well, we have this one, which is a really nice rock about being grounded. I do definitely get a sense of being grounded here, but I almost want to tip this way with you. And I get a sense of like, almost like layers again. And I get this sense of like, I actually feel this is almost to do with, I don't know whether you've been connecting to spirit more or you've been developing that even more, but I feel that I want to see this like top line as almost like the line of that spirit energy. And I feel that you've been connecting to that spirit energy more. And I just feel that you're more aware than ever of the spirit around you. You've got a lapis lazuli necklace, excellent. So I'm definitely sensing this connection to spirit being in part due to this, which is allowing this progression. Because when you are ready, spirit will give it to you, but sometimes it can take a long time to reach that point. But sometimes when we do reach that point, it can feel like the floodgates opening, So just take your time with it. Just relax with it. Things are all okay. Spirit have got it. They've got your development and spirit and journey in there. They're looking after you with all of that. And just simply enjoy it. And enjoy this connection that you're developing with spirit, and know that you really are connecting to spirit. I need to say that. So I will leave that with love and light, and I hope that helps you, Christine. Yeah. So we've got a few little adverts coming up, everybody. I'll tell you what's coming up tomorrow. So we have the wonderful Spiritual Development, Learning and Discovery with SPTV, with the fantastic Lauren Saville from Poole Christian Spiritualist Church. Great opportunity, don't miss that opportunity. It starts this Thursday, the 2nd of September at 1 p.m. That will be really good. Lawrence is fantastic, he is. So don't miss that opportunity. Okay, so to get all the details, you have to join the fan page, the SPTV fan page, everybody. So the Zoom details will be posted on the SPTV fan page, so don't forget that, everybody. And yet, as I say, Lawrence is fantastic, so that'll be wonderful, that will be. So don't miss that great opportunity. And also we have the wonderful Ellie Charles as well, chatting with your loved ones, and that is tomorrow evening from 8 p.m. She's wonderful, is Ellie, as well, so don't miss that great evening. That'll be fantastic, that will be. So, yeah, some fantastic programs coming up. And, of course, don't forget the Spiritual Psychics Awards coming up to us as well, the recognition of awards. So they're going to be really good. So keep an eye out for them too. So on to another reading, I think. I'm going to have another drink of orange quickly. Okay, so we'll go for number 11. That's okay. It's a pleasure, Christine. No worries. Allison, welcome. Okay, let me get you your rocks. As I say, it's much simpler shuffling rocks, I can tell you. Here we go. Okay, Alison, right. So first of all, Alison, I need to give you the number 3. It's coming forward really strongly. And the reason why it's coming strongly is because of this rock here. It has 3 little holes in it almost, But also when I put this out, it is coming, 3 is coming out really strongly. And second to that, a dog is coming forward really strongly as well, because I almost saw that as like a dog's paw print. So, and first of all, I need to give you this. This is definitely coming from spirit, because it just flew in so fast like spirit. And so there's this connection to a dog, maybe one of your dogs. If it's not one of your dogs, it's definitely one of your friends or someone close to you. I'm just seeing this dog as a like little brownie colour, sort of. I think he would have had like whiskery nose almost. I'm feeling a really lovely energy, the dog I'm sensing anyway. And yeah, the number 3 coming forward. So there's a connection to 3 around you with this. So also the next rock too is, I feel this is to do with with calmness and meditation, I feel. And I feel that this is coming forward because this is what you're needing at the moment, Alison. I feel that you're needing calmness, you're needing meditation. Things have been a bit bumpy for you, because I'm definitely drawn now, as I'm just drawing my finger along here. I'm just drawn to a few bumps on this rock, and I feel that that's almost representing some little bumps that you've been through recently. And I feel you need a bit of meditation, you need a bit of you time, just to re-energize yourself and just take care of you, give yourself some space, I do feel as well that the third rock for you is this rock here. And I'm feeling that this is representing more things being busy for you. Because I'm just seeing that almost like that white canvas is filled at the moment with lots of different things going on. It's filled with I feel, things that you love, but there's also some things that are a bit more difficult to deal with as well. So I'm feeling those difficult things to deal with are more like those, do you see the grey colour on there? It's not completely grey, but there's bits of grey around, but there's also bits of beautiful, vibrant blue around. And so I'm feeling that vibrant blue links to things that you love doing. There must be a connection to the colour blue I'm feeling strongly with you as well. So I feel that you have a lot of mixing things going around, and you almost need that meditation to calm things out a bit and level things out a little bit. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and I do hope that helps you, Alison. Okay. Right, we will go for number 33. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. I'm doing rock readings this evening, everyone. Just Stainsbury, welcome. Let me get you your rocks. Okay, so for you, Joe. So I feel for you, Joe, I'm just sensing with you that, now interestingly, I've got this rock, but I'm drawn to the other side of this rock, this side. Okay. I'm feeling that also I've got this rock for you as well. I feel there's been some ups and downs, I feel, around you. I don't think things have been easy around you, but actually it's interesting for you. I feel there's also a connection with 3 or 33 for you, because actually these rocks have both got 3 on them. 2 of them have got 3 on there, do you see? But I feel it might be more of a connection. Did I say 33 for your number? I did, didn't I? So I think that's one of the connections, because there's 2 rocks with 3 on here. So there's a connection to this 33, which is number 1. How I chose you from it. But there might be also a more connection to another thing around you with 33 or 3, you know. So I will leave that with you. But I feel that these rocks are definitely, I'm seeing these rocks going up and down, you know. And I feel that this is representing, I don't think things have been easy for you. I think there's been some challenges, definitely. You've been faced with challenges, but you are a lovely, grounded person, you know. And I feel that even though you've been through those challenges, you are very strong, you're resilient, and I feel I need to give you, that's coming from this rock here. I'm getting that strength and resilience from this rock by its sort of colour. But I'm also being given the fact that this rock is twinkling, which you might not be able to see very clearly, but it does have sort of like some kind of like beautiful crystals in it. And I do feel that that represents spirit around you. So I feel you do have spirit of loved ones around you as well. I think you'd know that you have them around you. I need to say there's more than one as well. I'm definitely drawn to more than one spirit of a loved one around you. And I'm feeling that you are aware of them around you, but they're just really literally just coming in and confirming that they are there, if you like. And I'm sorry I can't give any more details about exactly who they are, but I'm just aware of spirits around you that's coming forward from that twinkling of the rock, you know, that's being represented by that. You're a lovely person. Continue to go along with things as you're going, you know. You bring a lot of stability to a lot of people, I need to say, you know, and know that makes people feel safe, I think that's a really beautiful thing to bring to them, that stability and love, you know. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and you take care, okay, Joe? Oh, yes, you feel have spirit around us sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, and amazing that 33 came out in that reading and you're actually number 33, so that's interesting. So we'll go for number 13. Michelle Harris, welcome. So let me get your rocks. Okay, right, well, we'll do the person that was that then as well after. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Michelle Harris, for you. So first of all, I'm seeing a connection to you, Michelle, around a tree. There's a connection to a tree around. I think maybe the love of nature, the love of forests. I've just seen that as a tree. So I don't know whether you even like have one in your garden or you just really love trees, but there's just a tree coming out there. I feel that this is to do with as well, that I'm getting a sense of the groundedness of you from this rock as well. But I'm getting a sense of, I think there's something around you need to be flexible at the moment, like a tree as well. There's something around you going on at the moment where you need to have that flexibility of trees, if you like. The reason why trees don't crack and fall down is because they bend, and that's partly, I think, what you're needing to do at the moment with the situation. I feel that as well. I'm seeing this as like almost like veins almost. So I don't know whether, I almost need to say, I don't know whether you've been under a lot of stress and pressure, because I'm almost seeing that as like a bit of pressure almost on you. So, and I think it's really important for you to take off that pressure, and so to do that, go out and spend time in the forest or something, or in nature, you know. I think there's a lot of pressure on you at the moment, and you need to lift that pressure off you. I think one of the things, as well as going out, you do love trees, thank you for that, as well as spending time in nature and with trees and everything, I think creativity is also really important for you. So I'm getting this beautiful crystal-like stone for you, and I think that this is one of those things that will also help you lift this pressure off that you've got. And so I feel that it's very much about being creative, about enjoying it, and about enjoying life, being creative with things, not being afraid to play with things, you know. Just like I'm doing in a way tonight, reading rocks. I'm not using cards. Just enjoy working with spirit in all its many aspects, and enjoy your development in that aspect too, you know. And be creative in your life and everything, you know. And I'm going to leave that with love and light. Okay, so the next person we're going to do is also number 13, because what happened is that the screen actually moved just as Richard was selecting the person. So we're going to also pick the person that was also previously 13. I guess we're now with Peachums, my goodness. Wow, our 13, how weird, my husband passed on the 13th. Wow, incredible. Yeah. What? My mum-in-law is called Michelle and has trees. And my husband planted and he passed on the 13th. Everybody, this is the beauty of reading rocks. The most incredible things happen, I've found, when I read rocks. Beyond explanation, you know, it's spirit, you know. Wow, I'm speechless myself. Yeah, incredible. That's incredible. Wow, Peachums, let me get you some rocks. And lovely if you join us, Peachums, as well. Okay. Wow, here we go. That's incredible. Okay, so Peachums. Okay, so Peachums, what I've got with you is first of all, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start with layers with you. I get a sense of this represents some challenges you've been through. I'm feeling that, can you see that hill on that rock almost? I'm seeing that as like a hill. I'm seeing it as like angles. I'm seeing it as like a hill you've been climbing almost. I feel you've been through a lot of challenges in the past is what this is saying to me. But that's developed you though as well, because I'm aware of these layers, you know. I'm aware of these layers, and that's brought you through these layers, you know. I feel that these challenges and everything have actually, where you are now, you're in a really good space, and that's represented by this. You're doing really well, and I feel that that's represented by this stone here, which is a beautiful, almost like crystal-like outside to it, but it does have the darker centre, and that does reflect the sufferings you've been through in the past. But you can see that actually that they've made you who you are. I feel that you can see that they've built you into the person and made you into the person that you are, you know. I feel now this is more where we are now, which is a beautiful, colourful stone, and it's a very flowing stone. Do you see the flowing lines on this stone? I feel that actually this stone is very interesting because it also, there's a slight shattered pattern to it, and I feel that that's reflecting what you've been through in the past, but it's not the main focus of this stone. The main focus of this stone is its creativity, is its like almost, I need to say, almost like happiness, you know. Although you have been through some very difficult situations, you are now and getting into a place that is so much lighter than it's ever been for you before. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing too. And know that spirit is all around you and connecting with you, even on readings for others. You can see the connection with spirit really coming through for you strong tonight, you know. So I'm going to leave that with love and light, and I hope that does help you, Peachums, okay? And enjoy your spiritual journey and path, you know. You definitely deserve that, you know. And I'll leave that with love and light. Oh, the stone has 13 on. Oh, sorry, I put it hard to find it. Interesting, so yeah. It is really beautiful, this stone reading. It's so we'll go for some other numbers, everybody. So we'll go for number 3. Number 3. Anna. Yeah. Wow. Wow, incredible. Wow. So, Angela, we'll give you a reading. It's an interesting night tonight, everybody. Just so you know, that we had another, the screen suddenly moved just at the point that we were selecting the person. So we'll give the reading for the other person as well, like we did earlier. So I will start with Angela now. So Angela, okay, so for you. So what I'm drawn to for you is I'm drawn to this rock first with you, Angela. And I'm drawn to a sense of, I just don't, for a while, I don't feel you knew who you were, if you like, I feel. Because the reason why I'm saying that is I'm just seeing this rock neither dark nor white, neither patchy or plain. I just don't get a feeling that almost like it knows what it is, this rock to begin with. So I'm feeling I feel you must have done a lot of like self-acceptance and self-discovery with yourself, okay, in terms of finding where you're at with things. And I think it's almost like opened your eyes more, and it's built up your confidence, I feel, as well. I feel your confidence is lifted from when you were younger. Also, this one, I feel, is a beautiful crystal, So I am drawn to say that I think there's a connection with crystals around you. I just feel I need to say that I think you maybe love crystals, or there's a connection to like having a special crystal around you. But I also feel that this is about a little bit about this rock as well. It's telling me, I feel that there was almost a fear when you were younger of being singled out. For some reason, you didn't like the fear. There was a fear, almost an anxiety about being singled out for your views and your experiences. You might have experienced, I feel it might be to do with like experiencing spirit and being aware of spirit, but you're almost afraid to stand out with the crowd and go, actually, I was sensing someone over there. You were afraid to stand out from the crowd and almost put your hand up and go, actually, this is me. And I feel that that's what that's telling me about, you know. And this is almost saying, don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to be you, because look who you are. And you is this beautiful crystal, you know. Now, as well as that, as well as being this beautiful crystal, I feel there must have been some disagreement in the family, or something to do with someone close to you not believing in what you believed in, because I feel you did feel divided a little bit about whether you should believe it or not, and that's what that line represents in the middle of the rock there, I feel. But I think you've got to a much better place now, and you're realising as you come on to these sort of evenings, you realise that you aren't actually the odd one out. It's very normal and natural to sense spirit and to sense our loved ones around us. It's not anything weird or anything like that. And so this is giving you more confidence, and you're really finding your footing, which is really good. And I feel as well, this is also representing how sort of grounded a person you are. And I think that's really important. Never forget that. Be grounded. But this rock actually is really what we want to be, really. It's as well as being a beautifully grounded rock, this is also full of white light. You see the white colour on this rock, and also spirit, because it sparkles, this rock, representing spirit. So this is very much actually where we want to be, you know. Lovely and grounded, earthy, while still connected to our beautiful loved ones and that higher wisdom and intuition that we have with us all the time. So I'm going to leave that with love and light. I hope that helps you. Okay, so we'll go for that other person now, if possible. So this is the person that, as Richard was selecting them, they just moved, you know. So Kimber, let's give you some rocks then. Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm really enjoying tonight. It's great. The energy is wonderful. So, Kimber, for you. Okay then. So for you, I sense there's been a lot of questioning, I feel, for you, Kimber, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with people questioning, asking those questions. It's good to contemplate. It's good to think about, to question, and think about things, because these two rocks have come out. Interestingly, the one from the previous one just now, but also this one. It feels like I think this is to do with you, Kimber, never quite fitting in. I think that you're one of these people that is very much who they are, about very much. You're not afraid to. You're definitely. You know, like we had one rock earlier that said down the line. Well, I feel you're very much a bit left field, which is really cool. And, you know, but I feel that that's come out of that. I think that accompanied with that, though, there has been some connection to sometimes not quite knowing who you are at the same time, if that makes sense. So you've known that you were never quite conventional in that sense. But equally, you've never quite, because of that, you've not quite known where you fit in, and I think that's caused you some difficulties. I think there's been some problems with confidence around you, and feeling, or there's definitely some sense of just like not quite knowing really, and you're just not quite sure, and you've been not quite sure, I think, for some time, but I think that. I feel that as you've got older, you've almost grown in confidence. So I think your confidence has come with age, and it's giving you that more of a confidence, because we're now ending up with this rock here. which is, we've had this out a few times, but I feel that the darkness inside this rock is representing what we've already talked about the fact that you've never been quite conventional, you haven't quite known where you fitted in, it's giving you some difficult feelings, some sort of not quite sure where am I with all of this, and that's inside of this rock. But outside of this rock, you're an absolutely fantastic person, because I think you're one of these people that would actually do anything for anybody, and it's a great sense of like, you are quite opinionated in a sense, but you also at the same time offer like a confidence, and when people ask you to do stuff, you do it, you know. And I think I'm just sensing a great generosity, but I think you've been used now and then by people for that generosity, because that's what I'm feeling these little niggles on this rock's representing, because I'm feeling that even though you've done these, you're a lovely person and you do things, I just get a sense of some people have taken advantage of that in the past. I think you know who I'm talking about, and it's just referencing that. Really continue being who you are, because I think you're a fantastic person and you've got great energy. And yeah, continue who you are. And I'll leave that with love and light. And I hope that helps you there. Oh, thank you for that, Kimber. Thank you. Right, we'll go for another number. We'll go for number 36. Oh, really? We can go low if you want. Jennifer Rogers, welcome. Thank you for joining us, Jennifer. Okay, so Jennifer, I feel for you what this is representing. We've got a few rocks here. I feel that this rock here represents very much your childhood, and I think you had a lovely upbringing. Obviously a very calm upbringing. I'm just feeling like, yeah, it was a lovely childhood you had with great memories, a very light, filled with a lot of light. But I'm feeling that as you reached a middle age, something must have happened, because I'm feeling that this rock came out for the middle rock, and I'm feeling this is almost like midlife. So I'm feeling that something must have happened that definitely disturbed your peace almost, until almost like you weren't sure quite where you were with things. You thought that things were one colour, but then they were a different colour, and then you thought you were hanging on to that, but then you weren't quite sure. And I think this is to do with your what do you call them, when your values. I think you questioned your values in your midlife almost, and something must have happened either to someone around you or to you that made you go, wow, is that like, so where am I with all that? And I feel that I do feel you worked through that, you've grown from that, and you were back to actually a very peaceful rock again. But I feel that, interestingly, this has a line down the middle of it. And I feel that line down the middle is a very similar colour to this rock, that line down the middle. Do you see that? And I feel that that's representing really that thing that happened in your midlife, you've not forgotten. It's forever almost marked you, but in the sense of that it's made you who you are, and you remember those lessons that you learned, and you almost carry them with you, and you grow from them. And it makes you a multi-layered person because of it, because I'm very much drawn to the layers of this rock for you as well. Do you see almost those layers there? So, yeah, I do hope that helps you, and I'm going to leave that with love and light. You take care. Right then, so let's have a drink. Okay, so Jennifer, that was that. Okay, yeah, because I knew there was something that obviously disturbed that peace that you had, you know, but do know that they are around you with all of their love, and that bond of love is still around you, and they're in no pain in spirit either. They're out of pain. Yeah, definitely, Jennifer. Yeah, yeah. And thank you for that lovely feedback as well, Jennifer, for that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Beautiful. So thank you. I hope that helped you, Jennifer, there. How are we doing, Richard? Let's we'll go for number 9. Did I? It changes, doesn't it? Okay, Amanda Price. Welcome, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Amanda. So for you, I feel so. First of all, we got this one I'm drawn to say first for you. So I feel this is very much representing quite almost. I feel more recent with this rock actually. I feel you almost like knew where you were going, and then there was this sudden change, and things changed and splintered off. So I'm just getting a sense of change around you, unexpected change though. So you didn't quite expect either another opportunity to arise or for things to happen with where you were at. And suddenly it's like, whoa, my world's just turned upside down. And I'm getting a great sense of this change and splintering off. And you see that, that's represented by that like white line splintering off there, you see? You know, that big line in the middle is where you're expecting to go, but then suddenly this new opportunity almost came in, almost like a flash of lightning almost, you know. But I feel that that's almost, it must have left you with this inner turmoil, or this definitely some sort of like, oh my goodness, what do I do? It's going to be a great challenge. Because this rock you'll see here is almost like a rock of unrest. You know, if you sat on this rock, you would need to stand up straight away because it's sharp and it's like, it's a bit like ragged and it's a bit, you know, it would definitely get you. And I feel that that's representing almost like this sudden change around you has almost disturbed you. And it's like, oh my God, what do I do now? And I feel that that's, I don't know whether I want to say panic is too much, but I feel there's definitely a sense of it left you going, what do we do now almost? And I feel that that's what this is about. Like, this is that what do I do now rock, you know? And this is where this is interesting. This rock has come up again, but I feel that this is about how we need to tackle it. We need to just bring everything down for the moment. And when I say down, I mean, because our mind, when we're panicking about something, is like all scattered and all over. What we need to do is we need to really just bring ourselves inward. We need to center ourselves. We need to meditate. And then we'll almost get a feeling for how we need to respond, but from a calm point of view rather than a panicked point of view. Because when we respond from that panicked perspective, we can never respond in a measured kind of way. We can just, it's a reaction is what it is. It's a reactive response. And rather than that, we need to just almost like just relax, know that we'll be okay, and then we'll decide how we're going to move on in the right kind of way. And I feel that this is very much about what this is saying for me, because this is very much like a rock of almost meditation, because it's very calm. The edges are very round. It's got layers, which suggests the depth of meditation. And so when we're faced with these challenges, we often have the answers already of how to respond to them, but we just forget to look inward for that answer and be guided by spirit, be guided by our intuition, you know. So I feel that that's very much what this is about, you know. And yeah, I'm going to leave that with love and light, and I do hope that that helps you there. So you take care, Amanda. Okay then, everybody. So I'm afraid we have reached the end this evening. It's been a great. I would just want to say a huge thank you, first of all, to Richard for directing this evening, and to all of you wonderful people in the chat as well, who I'm sure have been talking about food all evening. But no, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. I'm afraid we've reached the end, but thank you so much. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to the whole Spiritual Psychics TV team. And yeah, just thank you so much for supporting us this evening. So I'm afraid we've reached the end, but don't forget to catch some more great programs tomorrow. And we will see you all very soon, everybody. So with lots of love and light and healing to all those that need it. Take care, everyone, and stay safe.